18 to 12, yes, we continue the series of talks with companies that are doing wonderful work and companies that are very proud to be members of the Toowoomba and Surat Basin Enterprise. And I mentioned before this company called MarchIT. I thought we'd find out a little more about it. Its CEO is Paul Teresi. He joins me today to have a chat. Paul, thank you. How are you?
Well, thank you, Graham. Thanks for the opportunity.
Is it fair to say that when a lot of these resource companies decide that they're going to set up in fairly remote parts of Queensland, communications in those parts of Queensland are not all that good, and that's where companies like yours come in?
Exactly right. So one of the challenges of communications is the population density. So it's very, very difficult to supply services for communications in these regions. And that's where an incredible opportunity for us has come about, in that we, through innovation, have been able to provide communications to areas where traditionally it's been very, very limited.
And it's vital that these companies do have the same type of communication or access to the same type of communication that they would in the bigger cities. Yeah,
absolutely. In this day and age, being connected is absolutely paramount. It's entirely shaped our lives. The access to communication and information and technology is it's become one of our fundamental needs in society. So being able to operate your business in a remote location is fundamental, or one of the fundamentals is to be connected. Without it, safety is a challenge, productivity is a challenge, efficiency is a challenge, and it all leads to increased costs.
So your company is armed with all the equipment to be able to go and set up, and just explain about some of that equipment that you do take out.
Certainly. So we're an ACMA licensed telecommunications carrier, and a lot of the equipment that we do is, what we specialise in is rapidly deployable solutions. So some of the equipment that we use, we've got rapid deploy trailers, which are a telecommunications tower on wheels. So within a very short amount of time, we can have a tower set up, which is completely self-sustained, which links into our existing infrastructure. So we've got an incredible network of communications towers throughout the Surat Basin. And it's got fantastic reach coming out of both Roma and Chinchilla. And so utilising the existing infrastructure or the network of towers that we have with rapidly deployable solutions, within a very short amount of time, we can bring metropolitan-grade communications to an area where there's currently nothing. There's no signal, no service, no coverage. And we can really bring it into today's technology, into today's level of being connected.
I understand that you're doing some work with the Queensland Gas Corporation's Project Charlie. Is that a challenging project?
For us, it's really interesting. So we did a project last year, only 15 kilometres away from Charlie, which required us to build a tower. So we've actually got a telecommunications tower on a really tall hill, just off the side of the Charlie tenement. And from that tower, we can actually see all the way down through the Charlie region. We've installed some equipment on that tower, which is projecting signal down through the region, and with the correct, what is technically called a subscriber module, at the other end, at a site office, with line of sight to that tower, we've got incredibly fast and reliable, affordable internet services. So for us, the infrastructure is in place, it's already built, and within a very short amount of time, we can have a contractor in the Charlie region connected to high-speed comms.
It's amazing technology, isn't it?
It is.
I mentioned earlier your company is a gold member of the Toowoomba and Surat Basin Enterprise. I mean, what sort of benefits do you see from being a member of an organisation like that?
It's opened a lot of doors for us. We've been given huge amounts of opportunities to sponsor events. So this evening we're actually sponsoring the March TSBE event in Wandoan at the Wandoan Windmill Village, which is somewhat of the launch of the QGC Charlie project. So it's an incredible opportunity for us to let the people know who will be working on that project that they have actually got an alternative solution to A, expensive and poor communications, and B, dealing with the cost pressures of not being connected. So there is actually an option for them other than dealing with those challenges. We go to a lot of the events. The networking opportunities that are presented by the TSBE are fantastic for us. And it's something that we're fortunate to have an organisation like the TSBE in our region and servicing our industry.
It's been a pleasure to talk to you, and thank you so much for letting us know about your company, MarchIT. Paul Teresi, who is the CEO. Thanks for your time.
Thank you kindly, Graham.
If it's a local issue, you'll hear about it in Focus on the Downs with Graham Healy on 864 4GR. Graham Healy on 8